pigeons, but I shot them all. I might go fishing with the other guys, but the only thing that's biting is the mosquitoes and the flies. I really hate the place I work. The boss is such a total jerk. He gets me pissed. Total jerk. I'm changing tires, pumping gas. The job I got ain't got no class. Yeah. Got no class. But every day I punch a clock and still I'm up to here and high. Man, I'm pissed. Man, he's pissed. From 9 to 5 I bust my butt, work like a slave, and all for what? I'm truly pissed. Must be some way I can change my luck.
Hello, everybody. Get started soon. Why is OBS not working? Oh no. All right.
Test,
hi, everybody.
Test. 1 2 1 2.
I'm telling you all this, so I'm telling Mike this. Steph's not home. The kids are kind of in bed, but they don't seem happy about it. So we could kind of make it a punchy episode tonight. That would help me out.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
3-hour show. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Every time you say that out loud.
I know. I curse it. I know. But gotta say something.
I'll trim the mailbag a little bit.
Okay. Thanks. All right. Let's do the music, and then I think we're good.
Marathon stream. Let's go. Oh, a marathon stream. You mean like that? They don't like.
But baby,
this is turn off Mr.
all I get is pain and hassle.
Mr. Who?
Mr. John Goodman.
Are you playing freaking Pissed again?
Yeah, it just started playing. I was like, whatever, that could just be the song.
1 1 1 2 2 2.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah, let's fucking go.
My auntie asked me why I have so many girlfriends. Okay, I think that is good. Let me turn that up.
Oh man, can you spare one?
I have one today, and then tomorrow I'll have another one.
Hey, you guys hear me? Start cheering.
Okay, you guys hear that?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Great. I think we're good then. Let's pop this off. Mike, you ready?
Ready.
All right, I'm gonna count you in. Christian, you're ready? You're good to go?
The
OBS working?
Burn ready, baby. Yeah, I got it working. I don't know.
5, 4, 3.
Titties.
Hey, you guys hear me? Start cheering now. Yeah, let's get this over with. Yeah.
Woof woof. Hi, I'm Mike Minotti, and I am a Nintendog.
Hi, I'm Jeff Grubb, and I'm a Nintendog.
And we are the last of the Nintendogs. Today, I've got a fever, and the only prescription is more Daisy, Pokemon leaks, and Mario and Wario something? Nah, probably not. But first off, Jeff Grubb, how's it going?
Yeah, it's going good. Busy. It's Steph's in Switzerland. She sent me some awesome pictures.
I just saw she posted some pictures to social media, and she's apparently in heaven. It looks like.
Yeah, right. She's like, I need to call you and tell you about my day. Usually, like no shame. Usually, that means something's gone wrong. Today, everything went right. She's like, we were going to go to the mountains, and then the mountains were foggy, so we took a boat and did this and that, and it was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. We went to a spa. It was beautiful, and I got a great massage. I'm like, okay, cool.
Wow.
Well, I'll watch these little rats here at home for you then while you go have fun.
She's made it to the heavy side layer.
She's made it. Yes, that's where they keep the heavy side layer in Switzerland. But yeah, it's been good. We're having fun over here as well. We got some McDonald's tonight, and they forgot the toys, so I have to promise to get Addie 2 toys next time. You guys got to help me remember that. 2 toys next time.
Keep the peace. Okay, I like it. What is the toy right now? Even is there anything you would want?
Changeables.
Yeah.
Do you know what a changeable is?
Is it like a Transformer meets a Lunchable?
Basically, it's a Transformer, but it's the thing that it's transforming from is a McDonald's food item or a McDonald's piece of machinery. Now, yeah, go ahead.
Did they have these when I was a kid?
Yeah, they did. And these ones aren't as good, but they're not as bad as some of the recent McDonald's toys have been. They're kind of fun. Yeah.
I remember these. I had one of these. I think I had the French fry one, and I thought it was cool back then.
The French fry one was the best. I agree. Yes,
okay.
I thought it was
now
cool
that
too.
It's something that's stupid for when I was a kid, I like it.
Yeah, right? It's the thing they got tonight was not a food item. It was like the self-checkout register thing, the touch screen. So it's a transforming one of those, and it turns into a person, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, it's pretty good over here. How about you, Mike?
Pretty good. Getting ready to head out Thursday to Florida for a weekend here, which means you're gonna have to get somebody else in the chair for decides.
Yes.
On Thursday. Also, I'm gonna miss the state of play. There you go. Sean's stepping up to the plate. Stepping up to the state of the plate.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. I like
good.
it.
That's. But yeah, I'm excited for my trip. But it's like I think I'm going to be out, but I'm gonna keep like a little eye on my phone. Like, have they announced anything? Sure. Square Enix or Ridge
60 minutes. Like, there's a lot of possibility there. Like, I'm not expecting the world, but a couple of cool surprises would own.
There's gotta be a few cool things here. Even if it's not like Sony proper, and I bet they'll have a couple things, but so many third parties would be happy to show up at this thing.
It feels like a lot of publishers and developers and everyone should be like ready to reload a little bit with like games coming out this year before Grand Theft Auto 6 launches. I think there's got to be quite a few that are like, we might have had some stuff, but we weren't sure. And now it's like, well, here's your opportunity to get a game out before that happens, if that's still your big concern.
Yeah, it's like, there's so many medium possibilities for me. Like, we're porting Symphony of the Night again, finally. It's gonna, okay, cool. That's good.
God, that would be great.
All right. So yeah, playing to look forward to. But this is our Nintendo show. We got some Nintendo news. Let's take a look at some Mario Tennis Fever reviews right after this short break.
All right. I'm gonna bring it right back. Christian, I'm fading to black. Back on us in 5, 4, 3.
Alrighty, Mario Tennis Fever review embargo went up today. It has about a 75 average critic on OpenCritic right now. IGN, they gave it 7 out of 10. Logan Plant said, Mario Tennis Fever is a ton of fun with friends thanks to its wacky new abilities and huge character roster, but it's once again let down by a bland adventure mode that's little more than an extended tutorial. And over here, it says Giant Bomb gave it a 3 out of 5, and Jeff Grubb from there said,
I say it's okay. The tennis is good. Everything else is pretty lackluster to bad to a waste of time. I don't know if the tennis is even as good as it's ever been. I think I prefer Aces, which I thought was a little bit more of a tennis fighting game where it's like a lot of counters and someone's good at hitting this shot against you, so you should pick this character because they're good at hitting that shot's counter shot and stuff like that. It's been a minute since I played Aces, but that's how I remember it. This one is much more, the focus is much more on the Fever rackets, which do have a lot of fun abilities. And I did not think that was like some wasted gimmick. That was a gimmick that works for the most part. And that's why this is a game that I ended up liking, 3 out of 5. I was waffling between a 2 out of 5 and a 3 out of 5. But after like getting away from what Logan Plant at IGN, someone who I believe watched, I watched a movie with him at PAX. What did we watch? MacGruber. It was a good time. Logan's a cool guy. He accurately describes it as an extended tutorial. It's too extended. It's too much. It's too much nothing. There's just nothing going on there. And then the other solo modes are also just kind of either a waste of time or not a very fun sort of expression of the idea of playing tennis in this game. But you get away from that, you start playing with other people. The online mode worked flawlessly with 4 people connected all at the same time. So I was like, okay, that's a pretty good sign for a game that I'm enjoying. And then having to deal with all of the individual rackets and the combination of the characters and their abilities and their stats, it creates a lot of opportunity for each match to feel pretty different. So I thought it was a pretty good game on that side of things. It's just frustrating because it's $70 and, right. I'm like trying to play it and trying to ignore that up to a point. It's like, I'll deal with the fact that it costs that much money after I sort of like suss out how I feel about just what is here. And it's kind of hard to ignore that because all of the things they do in this game to make it feel like it justifies being $70 is disappointing. It kind of feels like, okay, is Nintendo going to figure this out this generation? Right now, the answer to that for the Mario sports games feels like a really emphatic no.
It's, I think we're both kind of like, okay, you're not going to do the RPG single player adventure mode thing again. I'm a little over it. I don't quite understand, but it's not going to happen. I'm over it. But you've got to replace that with something
or just learn from some other games that are happening right now. Like in my review in a couple places, I can't help but continue to compare Nintendo's output, or really a bunch of games, but especially Nintendo's output, to Lego Party, where it's like Lego Party is a game that like just said, "Hey, how could we make this better?" And here they're like, "How can we make the same game again?" And it's why can't you just ask yourselves, "How can we make this better?" and do that? Why does it feel like that is a question that doesn't get asked when you're making these games? It's incredibly frustrating.
It's so clearly, it's not like, oh, we have to make a new Mario Tennis game because we have this great new idea for Mario Tennis game. It's, well, now the Switch 2 needs its Mario Tennis game. And
but we can never make an F-Zero until we have another idea.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Oh, God, I hate so much when they say things like that, right? Like, here's the Mario Tennis that was completely unnecessary. And I get to a point when it's the Mario Kart or the Smash Brothers,
or Mario
right?
Party,
like,
which sells 20 million copies every time.
They make 5 of for each console, right?
Yeah, one for each system at least. For Mario Party, 5 of each for each system. But sure.
It is like, oh, we couldn't have gotten like the Mario baseball game instead of this one, or the dedicated Mario basketball game with some ideas. I don't know. I find myself having a hard time feeling anything for this. Anything I will get from this game, and I would find fun, I'm sure I would find fun, I could accomplish by booting up NSO and playing Mario Tennis on N64. Yes. And like, heavens forbid they add the GameCube Mario Tennis game. I'm like, well, that's clearly good enough, quite frankly.
Yeah, I think that's the big thing here, is kind of the one thing I've been doing a lot recently when I'm thinking about games from a review perspective and trying to like really focus in on how I feel about something, because it always changes from the moment I'm playing it to a few weeks to a few years later. It's like, can I project how I'm going to feel about this thing a few years from now? And it's like, oh, I will just have no desire to boot this game up. I will certainly prefer to boot up the N64 game and the Game Boy Color game for the single player RPG, or the Game Boy Advance game, whatever. This one is just not going to rank that high in terms of, okay, I want to go play a Mario Tennis. What should I pick? It'll probably be Aces before this. That said, if the online mode worked as well as it does, I think we'll get a lot of fun out of it playing it for work and things like that. But I think people have gotten their fill. I think that's another frustrating part of it, is we did just get a Mario Tennis Aces last generation. This is not that different. And it kind of feels like they're going through not just the paint by numbers for this game, but the paint by numbers for the release schedule for sports games for the Switch 2. Where it's like, I think Mario Tennis was the first sports game out of the gate for the Switch 1. Couldn't you have changed it up a little bit? Give us a different new sport just to make us miss tennis a little bit more? Because I just was not on the list of sports games Mario could have put out, or Nintendo could have put out with Mario in the title. Tennis was not high on the list because we just got a pretty good one. I would have definitely liked baseball. A bunch of other sports would have been cool first, but this is starting to feel like them just saying, we need one of these because we need one of them. That's just what we do. And I don't think that is a really good way for them to be viewing the way that they approach greenlighting games or making them. They need to just stop going through the motions.
I sure wonder what the new golf game's going to be like when they inevitably announce that.
I mean, that one's such an easy one to fix, because if they have a good online tournament mode, the asynchronous online tournament mode from the 3DS game, there you got something where it's like, that was not in Super Rush, so instantly you have a better game. If they just do that, and I don't know where they're at with that stuff. The online here, again, is better, but it's not like there's a bunch of other new modes. There's some different, weird games where it's like you're hitting the ball through rings, which I honestly think has been in Mario Tennis from the beginning. But then there's like a Mario Wonder-inspired online level as well, where you get the Wonder Flower, and then the piranha plants come out and sing, and the things, the green pipes get higher or lower, and you kind of have to hit things to get points and stuff like that. It's whatever. It's a distraction.
New Pokemon 10th Gen beta screenshots leak from My Nintendo News. Who said Central Leaks have been consistently publishing and uploading various bits of leaked data from the Pokemon breach. As they uploaded some beta screenshots from the 10th Gen Pokemon game, which we know is likely titled Pokemon Wind and Pokemon Wave. These screenshots are clearly early and were from a build dating back to July 2024. Naturally, the fish products look remarkably better when it's revealed on Pokemon Day. That's February 27th. So this is an early beta screenshot, and like, of course, this thing looks bad.
But it doesn't look that much different than the last game.
Right, that's the thing. It's like normally, I mean, it looks like the stage from Nintendo 64 Smash Brothers for Pokemon.
Yeah, there's a bunch of images on this Centro Leaks thing. This is the one I included in the story here, but this is the one I think was like most like, yeah, okay, there's a bunch of flat textures here. You can see how they're going to fill it out. I hope the game looks significantly better. For some reason, it seemed like people were taking that away from some of these leaks. It's like, oh, they are going to make a game that inherently looks better, or just looks better than the last.
Just because the one has decent looking grass at one point, maybe I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Look at the screenshots. All these palm trees and the wind and wave thing. Where's this one set? It can't be the lowland region again. Sean, do people know where this one is set, or do they have an idea? Are we still sort of?
It's always remember, it's always a different like part of the world. Like every Pokemon, every new generation is in a new region.
Indonesia, I believe what I'm gonna say.
Well, yeah, I think
really?
somewhere in Southeast Asia is what people were figuring out from the leaks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you look at this, it is like there's like a mountain area. Otherwise, it does seem to be maybe some slightly more dry or tropical areas. So I think that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, even the desert does have like palm trees and stuff like that.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Like, I'm not going to judge anything based off these leaked screenshots. I'm hopeful to see this game. I liked Pokemon Legends ZA quite a bit, actually. I'm going to be hopeful that is a decent direction, and if this next game is a bit like that, maybe we'll have something. I never liked Scarlet and Violet. Even when the frame rate was better on Switch 2, I still could not find myself getting too into it. But we'll see. Like, my needs aren't that high. I don't even need the voice acting, Jeff. Like, I mean, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. It's frustrating for people. I definitely would like a presentation boost in other places for sure.
Yep.
And it is kind of it is funny every time somebody else just makes a kind of kid-friendly RPG on a Nintendo console or on Steam or anything, like the Digimon game, like Monster Hunter
Stories?
The Monsties ones, Monster Hunter Stories 3. It is funny when you look at it. It's like, wow, this game that is going to sell a 20 of a Pokemon game sure is graphically 100 times more impressive than it.
Yep.
Yeah. But, this looks like it might just be a Switch 2 exclusive. I don't know if that's going to mean anything. But yeah, well, just a few weeks here.
Maybe that's part of the reason why I think people are a little bit more excited about it being Switch 2 exclusive. We'll see what that really means.
Christian says this place might be Argentina. Is that right,
Yeah,
Christian?
Argentina is content complete, baby.
Were you excited that you were part of the Super Bowl, Christian? You got mentioned by Benito?
Yes, by Bad Bunny. Shout out to Benito, the homie. He used to play like 10 minutes away from my house.
Oh, really?
My sister went to see him when she was like 18, like 10 years ago.
Wow. Okay,
So,
that's very cool.
Yes. And he was going around like my city all the time. He's he put the work.
Sounds like a real one.
Yeah, the real one. All right, so shout out to him. Great dude. Oh, by the way, I was gonna say, would you rather have like no dialogue, no voice thing, or like a fake language, like a Simlish?
Oh, I don't need Banjo-Kazooie gibberish in my Pokemon games.
I need the Banjo-Kazooie Simlish.
I'm okay.
Cool.
Give it to me.
I'm okay. I don't need that. All right, here. Speaking of Pokemon, Pokopia demo is going to be playable at the European Championships this weekend. So people are going to get some hands-on time with that in London.
Has anyone played that in the press? Because I did see people talking about it positively, I thought, but maybe that was just people getting excited about what they've seen.
Yeah, I don't think. I just look at Pokopia previews. Nothing has.
Yeah, I'm
really popped off. I don't know. I think I saw somebody say, and I don't know if this is exactly right, that maybe the people who did those Dragon Quest Builders games are making this one. Which
okay.
Those are very well liked games.
They are. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So yeah, well, I'm curious. I'm still a smidge skeptical, I suppose, but there's, who knows? Maybe this one's gonna be good. If people are playing it this weekend, maybe we'll hear some opinions. Right. Okay, so yeah, chat saying it is that team. Okay, then I kind of get it now.
I get it too.
Those games are beloved.
Yes. Very cool. They know how to make a game where you're like kind of living a life and building things or whatever. So okay, cool. That's very exciting.
Now, this game does even just like at first glance look less ambitious than that, right? Like it's still sort of, top down, walking around, whereas Dragon Quest Builders was very like full 3D. Now that doesn't mean it's better for sure, but still,
we'll see.
Yeah. All right. Nintendo Sport is a page for a Wii remote for the Nintendo Switch 2 is from My Nintendo News, and that's the story. There is that there's kind of this it's published page for unspecified Wii remote accessory for the Switch 2 for
so
some
there's more
reason.
on this now, which apparently is that the back end for the Nintendo support website went haywire, and that's what this is. Because this also showed up. There was a Wii remote page for the 3DS as well. So this is almost certainly nothing. And then yet, there were a bunch of people being like, oh, yeah, no. They're like, Insider, yes, they are totally working on this. We'll see Wii on there one day. Which I think circumstantially, I pointed out, like, if you get the GameCube running on Switch 2, you have the Wii there. It's just one more step to get that running, basically. Obviously, that's oversimplifying it. But a GameCube emulator is essentially a Wii emulator. And so they've done most of the work there. So all they got to do now is just either put out a Wiimote controller or just give you the ability to use the Switch Joy-Cons. I don't think we're going to see that like this year or something, but we could see it next year. I don't know.
Yeah. I assume it has to be more like a Wii Motion Plus, and then we're going to need some kind of sensor to really make this thing work better than you use a Joy-Con. That kind of works, but not exactly because there is it's not the same.
But
so I don't know.
Well, we do know, right? Because they're putting out a fucking $100 Virtual Boy thing that you need to play the Virtual Boy games. Now, of course, you can get the $20 cardboard thing, but they've done that for Virtual Boy.
Sure, that's a good point.
So they will definitely do a thing where it's like, if it won't work unless you buy something for Wii, they will do that for the Wii, because that will be way more successful than selling, Virtual Boy shit to us old heads.
It's a little weird that, we already have the Mario Galaxy games. We already have Skyward Sword sort of just already on this thing kind of separately. But, there's things you can do.
There's a lot of like WiiWare games they could put out and stuff. I don't know.
Lost Winds.
Lost Winds.
Wiki. You could still do Mario Kart Wii.
I was legit thinking Lost Winds when I said that.
Yeah, no, I'm always thinking about Lost Winds.
Of course.
Maybe this is why they didn't give us Metroid Prime 3 Remastered and Metroid 2 Remastered. It's like, well, we got to save that so we have something for NSO when we put the Wii on there. Punch Out for sure. Glow in the Dark, go to hell. Super Paper Mario, yeah.
Super Paper Mario is one I would like to play again. I played a little bit of it. Steph actually played that whole thing, and I watched it. That was a lot of fun. I would like to actually see that through myself. There's games. Yeah. Punch Out would be fantastic, although they should just remake and re-release that.
Yeah. I don't really, they wouldn't do things like Wii Fit. I don't know. It's weird.
No, they're gonna sell Ring Fit Adventure 2.
But I think if you're making Wii remotes, you can just do Wii Sports on there, and that original Wii Sports, even though we have Switch ports, that would still be a big deal.
Yep.
All right. Nintendo trademarks Mario and Wario in the upcoming Rhythm Heaven Groove from My Nintendo News. Nintendo's issued some more trademarks for Mario and Wario and Rhythm Heaven Groove. Mario Wario is set for renewal on 17th February. And Rhythm Heaven Groove is set for 24th of February. Nintendo regularly updates its wide array of trademarks, and this is just an example of this, though there's always a chance that these franchises could be revived for a potential future Nintendo Direct presentation. We're already getting a new Rhythm Heaven game, Jeff. That's going to be coming out for the Switch and Switch 2. The Groove was this is the Switch one, right? Rhythm Heaven Groove.
Yes, that's right. Rhythm Heaven. This is them just nailing that down for the Switch 1 game. And then Mario and Wario is maybe a little bit more interesting, but that game got added to NSO last year.
And like, what else?
Like
when we had mouse support, they added it because you need the mouse thing. And this was a game that didn't come out in the West before.
Correct.
And I don't know what else you do with that little sub series aside from that. I'm glad we finally got it. But, I don't think anybody's like, this is one of the all-time great Mario spin-off games. This weird kind of Lemmings-like thing.
No, I mean, I dream of a world where it's like the next Mario and Luigi is a Mario and Wario teaming up to save Waluigi and Luigi, but that's just fantasy booking. Like, that's not what's happening here. This is just the lawyers doing their job.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think that's absolutely right. Probably nothing here. All right, there's our news. Why don't we take a break? We got super chats. We got a mailbag after that. We'll be right back, everybody.
Cool. We are on the standby.
I'm ready.
All right. I'll fade us to black. coming back up on us in 5, 4, 3.
All right, we're back, Jeff. Let's get to the super chats, please.
Yeah, let me just click this button to get over here. It's nice now. I can do this in OBS because OBS doesn't crash. Well, fuck, I shouldn't say such things. Why am I such a dumbass? Lex Luddy writes in with a super chat. What a week for Lexies, huh? Anyway, wow. Romeo, good. Yeah, people seem to be into Romeo, not Romeo Must Die. That is a classic film of my high school movie-going time where everyone went to go see Romeo Must Die. Romeo is a Dead Man. People seem to be pretty into this, Mike.
People seem to be into it. I mean, you know, it's a 73, so I think it's a pretty classic, like, some people really rock with this Suda 51 stuff. A lot of people are a little bit like, oh, there's a lot of style, and then it kind of plays like a relatively bland action game in a lot of ways. So it sort of just depends on how much the aesthetics and just the kind of, I don't want to say just goofiness, but, you know, the goofiness, the over-the-topness, the slickness of it resonates with you. I have not played it yet. I don't even know if it's high on my priority list. It's just, I don't think it's a game for me necessarily, but yeah, I'm glad people are enjoying it.
Yep, I said on the Bombcast, I would love to be a Suda guy. I would love to be into these games. Every time I get to them, I kind of do get a little bit like, ooh, the gameplay is boring enough that it's taking me out of any of the style, and I'm just not getting the effect that everyone else is getting. And that's just my own short attention span. From Simon from Saskatchewan, real quick, let me make this a little bit wider so I can get these full names, but I'm sure that's who that is. Yes, it is. Okay. GB Amiibo win. What game perks would they give? Yeah, let's see.
You know how like a lot of amiibos like give you just coins or something? Like, well, I want to take away whatever it is that you won. So I want to take away your coins, your gems, your life bar, your experience points. I want to take from you.
What if it's like a blight? Like, amiibo?
Oh, you just suddenly start playing Virtuoso.
Yes, you start playing like a worse version of the game you're playing.
That would be great if we had, Blight Club amiibo that when you scan them, just start playing the game that costume is from.
Yeah, that's what Dan's would do. I think mine would just make your character very forgetful. And
it'll get rid of all the yellow things.
Yeah. I don't know where I'm going. Fuck this. Yeah. Fantastic. Simon with another one. Curious about physical editions of Bethesda games for Switch 2. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Took me a second to figure out what that acronym was. Is full on card, but others aren't. Any reason why others, other than them being cheap? I wonder if those other ones, because the Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition and the Oblivion one probably is bigger than 64 gigabytes. I would imagine that the Fallout 4 one is as well because they have all of those mods included in that. Also, they probably are just being a little cheap, and they know Indiana Jones being on the card will really help that game sell, and I bet they're like, that doesn't matter as much for those other games.
That sounds right.
Simon with the hat trick. Mike, Kingdom Hearts lore dump win. No, don't do that.
Oh, yeah, look, I did that missed one. I was able to do that relatively quickly. Kingdom Hearts, I both know all the lore and still don't really... I can understand to a point. I mean, the problem is that a lot of it just actually doesn't add up, right? It's not like a fault of me, the lore recounter, is that there are contradictions and, retcons and plenty of things like that, and still mysteries waiting to potentially be resolved in other games, maybe. And then I never played that web browser game that turned out to be super important to the lore, so I just had to read about that, so who knows?
Keyblade Wars or something like that? The Keyblade?
Yeah, the Keyblade Wars, and there's people with, like, animal masks, and and there's, that's like going to be it. That's all going to be important in Kingdom Hearts 4, actually, it turns out.
Oh, don't worry. They're going to explain everything on that game, for sure.
Oh, good. Yeah, for sure.
Was it Metal Gear Solid 4 that did a lot of, like, retconning and like, explaining of the weird lore in Metal Gear? I feel like it was.
That's a lot.
That's
a lot of Metal Gear games do that.
That's just Kojima, baby.
That's just
4 especially, but a lot of them do
that. John Cody Stuff says, long time no super chat. Great to see you again. Love y'all, but often can't catch you live, but listen the day after. Understood. No problem. That's completely fine. Wanted to show my support and also shamelessly plug the Muppet Show special. Watch and look for my name in the credits twice. Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to watch it anyhow, but absolutely, that's the coolest thing I've ever heard, John Cody Stuff.
That's right. This is our friend who works with puppets and apparently is involved in the Muppet Show. That has to be a career goal. My God.
That is
Congratulations. That's
awesome.
amazing.
Congratulations. Muppets are one of my favorite things. It's just one of my favorite things. I think this is a really cool thing, John Cody. I'm like legit impressed.
Yeah,
I'm very
that's
proud
amazing.
of you.
Yeah, I'm going to be watching it this weekend. I'll keep an eye out for you.
Same. I'm going to see if the kids want to watch it tomorrow when I have a little bit more time. All right, from Major Mitch, between a Steam Deck, RG35XXSP, and a hacked DSi, I have multiple handhelds to emulate games on. Please talk me out of buying a Thor and/or an Retroid Pocket 6. No.
Okay. How much have you used your
Shut
Thor,
the fuck
Jeff?
up.
Yeah, there you go. Don't do it.
I don't have, it's nice to have, though, in case I have
it makes you feel good, I guess.
Suddenly they elongate the days. Maybe the Earth starts spinning slower, and there's 36 hours in a day. Bam! I'll have that ready to go.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
All right, let's see. Missouri, I'm going to make it wider again so I can see the full name. Missouri Matt 54 says, Pirate looks at 40. And that's a quote. While in lawns... go ahead.
That one is a Jimmy Buffett song.
Thank you. While in lawn sears with friends, what is your most memorable Jimmy Buffett song?
Oh, when I was really drunk at my first Jimmy Buffett concert, he did fins to the left, fins to the right, and I got really drunk and just started saying the words badly. I was like, fins to the left, fins to the right. I've got fins. No, that's not what I said. It was worse than that. I was very drunk. I said, fins to my butt, fins to my penis, and then the long pause. I've got fins.
It's the anticlimactic kicker there is the real good part. That's what it's really, you really hit that. My favorite Jimmy Buffett related thing is in one of that short comedy series I talk about a lot, Yacht Rock. They really love smooth music in this Yacht Rock universe, and Jimmy Buffett is smooth, but they're all like, it's smooth, but it sucks, and they're all mean to Jimmy Buffett. It's very funny. No. I know, like, I kind of feel bad for him, but it's a great show.
No, he's dead.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I'm glad.
You told me, remember?
Darachi says they should make a new Mario Baseball, to be honest. Yeah, they should. Yeah. It's weird they haven't.
Hell yeah. Do it, fun. You cowards.
Kind of feel like it's like baseball's never been more popular in Japan, and Nintendo likes to sell video games in that country, so I kind of don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, there's that Japanese video game franchise that like always has the real like story mode of you're a guy trying to get into the leagues, and it's almost, it's like one of those day-by-day simulator planning things. Just put that mode in it.
Yeah.
Mario or whatever, and you're good to go.
Mario and young Shohei Ohtani coming up together. Yeah, exactly. Let's see here. Marcus says, hear me out. John Woo's hard-boiled film in 40s. Synap. Yeah, I would like to do that. I remember always hearing good things about Hard Boiled, and I wanted to rent it one time. And I was with my friend at the Blockbuster or whatever, wherever we were at. And he looked at the cover and he's like, this looks like it should be on the bottom shelf. And I remember thinking, I don't want to be this guy's friend anymore. And
there you go.
I never ended up watching it. And so it's like, okay, now I have friends that probably would appreciate it. So, yeah, but maybe we can make that happen.
Yeah, I've never seen it either. So, this poster, he's holding a baby. I don't know what that's about. That's fun.
I think it's about him protecting a baby. Wait, is that one not Colin Farrell? The other guy. There's a movie where the guy has a gun and protects a baby. Is that based on Hard Boiled? I don't know. Baba is me 64, which should exist, says, I wanted to see if you had thoughts on the resist and unsubscribe movement. The idea being to unsubscribe from services offered by the big tech firms like Amazon, Netflix, etc., as a protest to ICE and Trump. P.S. Fuck ICE. Yeah, I think as long as you're loud about it simultaneously, yeah, go for it. I think that could be something, especially if it picks up a lot of steam. It's not a bad idea. I have already unsubscribed from a lot of these services. Part is like I'm finding alternatives, many of them illegal. I don't give a fuck anymore. I am.
See you in my Plex, bitch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I'm like, whatever. I'm taking back ownership of this stuff. I don't care. So yeah, I guess maybe if people want to do that and get loud about it, that would be, people say hit them where it hurts, but always pair that up with actual activism or just be vocal about it, because that's when they start to perk up. They can sort of smooth over anything if it's just happening in their books, and they can make that look one way or the other, and then they start selling full of protein versions of their stuff, and suddenly their marketing stuff kicks back into place, and they start making a ton of money again. Sega Skeletor 23 says, Italian Fred Flintstone be like, yabba gabba ghoul.
Pretty good.
Okay.
I remember one time we were watching a showcase or something, and there was a video game company or something called Milestone, and I turned to Mike and went, Milestone, and he pretended to be so offended. It was the best. He's like, how dare you? Hail Me says, so we have money for a Super Bowl ad, but not voice acting. Okay. Hey, good point. Like, clearly we know the Pokemon company has money.
Yeah, I don't think that's never been suggested. I think that thing is, they are like, no, that is part of the DNA. We can't have voice acting, and maybe it's misguided. I don't know. It's not one of the things that bothers me. It doesn't bother me nearly as much as the lack of character animation or the amount of cutscenes that are just people walk to their like marker and then stop and just kind of, chat, quote unquote.
I think they view that all as part of their DNA, and it sure doesn't hurt that it makes it very, very cheap to make.
Yeah, I'm sure that's just a plus.
Yep. JD Camp says, Mike, have you seen the Dakin Fred Flintstone doll? Why is there so many Fred Flintstone things happening?
Yeah, right. I Googled this. I mean, it looks like the thing that comes up the most is one from like 93 tied into the movie. So it's just a Fred Flintstone doll that looks like the John Goodman version of him, I think. Although there's another one that also looks like that, but he's got his water buffalo hat on and he's bowling. That looks more like a statuette, actually. So yeah, I'm now looking at this doll. I think I remember when this was a toy. I might have had one, actually. I'm not going to lie. I think I might have had this.
Incredible. All right, from the Zombie Pourin. Sure, Switzerland is nice, but it's no Perfect Weapon on PS1. Also, is this the first time Mike is going to Florida and not going to Disney? Weep penis.
I'm going to Disney Springs still. I'm not going... I mean, I've gone to, like, just Universal for some trips. I don't know if I've ever gone to Orlando and have not gone to a theme park at all. So it's momentous. And she even tried to be like, we could. And I'm trying to be like, you don't have to. It's fine. Like, because I think she wants to do some other things, and that's fine. We don't have to go. I'll be back over there.
I mean, it's her home turf, right? So she'll have other things she likes doing. Okay, yeah, of course.
Exactly. I feel bad, though, because I just, before, I was like, I need to leave on Sunday, though, so I can be back Monday. I have such busy Mondays, and now I'm like, oh, we have Monday off. It's a holiday.
I mean, who could have looked at a calendar, Mike? That's not on you.
Who could have figured that out?
Well, you have holidays too? You have that same we have the same holiday here.
You're also celebrating U.S. presidents?
Yeah, congratulations.
Yes. We're celebrating. It's Carnival Day.
Oh, shit. Well, that's a much better thing. I think President's Day was it just like Abraham Lincoln Day because it was like his birthday, and they're like, well, we can't.
It's right in between Lincoln and Washington, I think.
Okay, yeah, I think they were like, we want to celebrate Lincoln, and they're like, well, we don't want to celebrate any one individual person. It's America, we don't do that, so we'll just have a President's Day. I think that's so that makes sense. They settle between them, the two of them.
Sure. Wait, don't you have like a huge statue of like Lincoln sitting on the middle of?
Yeah, but that's different. We love statues. We have statues of like Confederate generals that were super into racism. Right. So we got a lot of shit here, Christian. It's a bad country. All right, from Big Fresh 37. If Overwatch is so good, how come there's no Overwatch 2?
Yeah, if you're so famous, how come his picture isn't in bubblegum cards? It's a great question. I'll tell you what, I was messing around with some of these new heroes, and they seem pretty good. There's this new guy who's kind of just like, just a Master Chief. He has like a burst rifle, and then his special, he basically has like a pistol, like a rapid fire pistol for a little bit that can shoot as fast as you can click the button.
Oh,
it is like,
shit.
I love it because it's like some of these characters, they get too complicated. You know what this guy's special ability is? He throws a fucking frag grenade. I'm like, all right.
That's good stuff. Good. Yeah.
Which we actually have not had yet. No one, like, they gave Cassidy a kind of sticky grenade at one point, but no, this is just a frag grenade you could throw out. The new tank is named Domina. You won't believe this, but she's a big, sexy lady.
All right, I'm Domina.
With cleavage.
Overwatch.
All right, downloading Overwatch, everybody. We're back.
She's got a booby booty. Wait a second. A booby beauty mark. It's hard to say.
A booby booty. Oh, you're right. That was hard to say.
Yeah, right?
Okay. I thought you were going to say she has a boob window, but you necessarily have to have a boob window so you could see the booby beauty mark.
Yeah.
This is the one that's related to Symmetra. Like she works for the same company
she's like
and has
the
like the same
boss
tech.
of Symmetra's company, I
Right.
think. So the lore school, like she has like the extra arm things, and I don't know, her kit's actually pretty fun. I liked playing as her a lot. There's there's a Kung Lao healer, and there's a Jetpack Cat healer named Jetpack Cat. So that's fun too. And the other DPS is the Fire Lady whose face they're going to change. But her moveset's very fun. Overwatch is so back. I've been having such a good time with Overwatch even before this patch. It's been awesome.
Yeah, it almost feels like they're like looking up at Marvel Rivals like you don't want to like unleash us. You don't want to tempt us into like making super hot characters because when we do, it's over for you. And it does feel
Overwatch.
It's Overwatch for you. It does feel a little bit like that. Domina's default pose is absolutely the I am going to step on you pose. She's just 1,000,000%. I mean, her name's fucking Domina. Of course it is.
They know what they're doing with that one. Oh my gosh, I just saw there's concept art here from Overwatch of her luxury beach skin. Jesus, would they look out when they drop this?
Can you share the link so I can block it? I don't want to see it.
I'm putting so whenever they sell this thing, look out, everybody. But yeah, I mean, look, I do think that some of the characters and costume stuff is a little bit like, oh boy, this is
sure. But I mean,
Overwatch has always had that, though. I mean,
it's also where gaming's at right now. Mobile Rivals certainly should get credit for that. It's everyone going like, look, we wanted to be like super inclusive and we could still do that, but why we can just make them hot too, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Like Tomb Raider's like, we're gonna make Lara Croft kind of hot again, like super hot again. It's like, well, she was always hot. They're like, you know what we mean.
You know what we mean.
Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fine. I'm not against hot people. I never was. So I go have your fun, make your money.
I'm definitely not against it, but there's like, I still want to point and laugh at a little bit because, you know,
you're right.
It's me blatantly selling things with sex, which everyone has done forever, but I am going to point and laugh at it.
Yeah, sometimes. We can see what you're doing. Like, it's so obvious what you're doing. Let's point and laugh at it. I agree.
But game's super fun. They changed the UI though, and it was very embarrassing how long it took me to find out how to play a game again. And it's just because there was a big play button that was glowing, but it looked.
Did they bring in the Hulu designer for this one as well?
So it looks so different from all the other menu stuff that I actually just didn't see it for some reason.
Man, you pulled a Jeff Grubb, incredible.
Yeah.
Marcus Aurelius says, "New Wave Race win, Nintendo. Come on, y'all." Hey, look.
How many more Mario Tennises are going to come out before we get a new Wave Race? An infinite amount?
An infinite amount, yeah. I think so. Shit. Bander SN says, how much of this is on Camelot versus Nintendo? Strikers was next level, but they at least have Luigi's Mansion to back them. Camelot is just this and golf. Yeah, look, I think it's Camelot could maybe take the budget, not just budget in terms of money, but budget in terms of like leeway they get from Nintendo and try to be more creative with it. But I do think they are very much limited because Nintendo is like, you have to like make a game for us and it's got to hit these things. And that then you get like a certain amount of money to hit those things. And so they just do those things and they aren't going to like be like, okay, and then let's go waste some of this money doing extra. So it's a combination, but I still put it mostly on Nintendo. It's their name on the box. I mean, Camelot's in the credits, but it's Nintendo's name on the box.
It's almost nice that Camelot is still around, but when you look at their game list, it is depressing that they have literally done nothing but Mario sports games since 2010's Golden Sun, Dark Dawn.
That's the game that kind of broke it too, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh my gosh, we can't take one more chance on them making something aside from Mario Golf, Mario Tennis. We had Mario Sports Superstars for the 3DS as a slight change of pace, but that's been it. It's been a lot of golf and tennis over there.
Let's see here. I think I got misplaced. From Antonio Morales. Rough day at work today. 5 hours worth of meetings. It's going to be a rough week in general. Honestly, the nude Grubb snacks will help me feel better. Yeah, I actually didn't get a chance to do that because, again, I'm alone with the kids. But I will get that. I might still post it tonight. We'll see. But yeah, at the very least, I'll have that up for tomorrow. And yeah, it's going to be nude. Okay, no.
Apparently, it's going to make you feel better for some reason seeing Jeff Grubb, dude.
No, I fully understand that. Antonio, you hang in there. You're great, and I hope it turns out to be a better week than you think. Ink Goblin says, Helldivers, we have landed on Cyberstan, the socialist robot homeworld. Please report to your democracy officer to see how you can help. You see this? They are, there's a new, I don't know if it's new faction, but there's like...
No, it's been there.
Yeah, but they're making it very clear that it's like the socialist robots. We are going to take the fight to the socialist robots because we are capitalist Democrats, and here we are. It's such a good game.
Yeah, I know. We should maybe check back in at some point.
Yeah, definitely. Well, no, because we got to keep playing Lort. So I just don't think we're gonna have time.
Yeah, right. It's unprofessional Lort day.
From Antonio Morales again. This super chat was sent from a Thor. Worth it. Yeah, listen, I do use the Thor to like play games, and then I have like streaming TV on the top screen sometimes, and that's a lot of fun. Cody Bishop says Kirby Air Riders, Mario Tennis, Hyrule Warriors, Metroid Prime 4 all scored in the 70s. Also, any chance we would ever see a Mario hockey? No, they won't do that because it's just it's like Canada, US, Europe, like they want to sell these games globally.
Yeah.
Hockey could end up in like one of those trio things or like an Olympics game sort of thing, but that's it.
Now look, a lot of these games have low 80 average scores, which maybe can argue that's a little bit of a problem. That's been actually a lot of those on the Switch too. It's been like that, and then Metroid Prime 4, Donkey Kong Bonanza, which is 90s, and then Mario Kart World, which reviewed pretty well, but immediately got reevaluated. Right? It feels like, So it's been a little bit of a rough start software wise. I think it's fair to say now.
Right.
But I don't know. I want to see a direct. I want to see some things coming out.
Yeah. I would say like Kirby Air Riders. What? That's by far the best Kirby Air Riders. And there's only been 2, but like that one feels like a marked step up. A Mario Tennis is a step sideways or down. Hyrule Warriors is one of the best Muso games ever made.
Yeah.
Like that's worth kind of pointing out that some of these things are relative. Sure, maybe they're all kind of ending up in the same general score area, but that's not the same story for each of those. Hyrule Warriors is one that I'm excited about because I really enjoyed playing it. And it's like, I get why people give it the score they give it, but that's not the whole story there. And then Metroid Prime 4 is,
garbage.
Yeah. Symbiosis.mp3 says, top shelf Bombcast guys, if/when the Switch 2 increases in prices, do all the Switch ones follow suit? Also, PAX East is in 6 weeks. Bring your hoodies. Yeah, I bet it's going to be a cold. I've been at some very cold PAX East, and it's kind of like I associate that with being cold. I kind of like that. If when the Switch 2 increases in price, do all the Switch ones follow suit? I mean, I don't think they can, but they certainly aren't going to lower the price. So just honestly keeping that the same price feels like a stealth price increase.
If it sounds illegal, the idea of raising the price of the Switch one, right? Which they got away with, the same price on those things forever. But maybe they just leave that alone. I don't know. But Switch 2 price increase, I think we're all holding our breath for that.
Yeah, I think, the Switch one is clearly something they're still concerned with. But if this Pokemon game is really going to be Switch 2 exclusive, it kind of changes things pretty quickly, I think. That's like a marker of like, oh no, they could just move on to the Switch 2 pretty quickly here. It does make me wonder, are they going to have a Switch 2 Lite sooner rather than later to go along with that Pokemon game? And we know that there's like that rumor of like in the back end, there was a reference to another Switch 2 model already. And there's reason to believe it's blah, 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 or blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, now the Pokemon is Switch 2 exclusive. I'm starting to buy into that a little bit more. That does it for the Super Chats, Mike.
I better see some cool starters. I don't think I loved the Scarlet and Violet starters. I mean, usually the base forms are okay, and then their final evolutions always freaking suck. So we'll see what we get
the
this
story
time.
of Pokemans for a while now. Yep.
All right, let's take a break. We got a mailbag. We'll be right back, everybody.
I'll be
right back.
Yep, no problem. Chris, ever tell you at the time that my mom was listening? She's like, "Do I can hear you when you guys are on break?" And it's like, yeah, we just kind of just let people listen in.
Wait, they can hear us? Fuck.
I was like, yeah, we let people listen to the live show. It's a podcast first and foremost. So
why is people saying Christian Downboy? What's going on? Christian Pass. What
Can't
did
imagine. Can't imagine.
Oh,
Christian.
okay, let me take a look at the
What
live
did I
chat
say?
here. Let me just see. Were you just looking up Vendetta from Overwatch or something?
I
To where
just-
there's a wall of the same link over and over.
I just reshare the thing.
Oh, I see.
That was Sure.
Are you sure you want to
You
leave
haven't
YouTube? I'm not
you
sure.
haven't seen me.
Holy moly.
man.
Okay.
Yeah, they know what they're doing over there.
Yeah, they. Oh my goodness. Okay.
You
Yeah.
have no idea what I would do when I'm down bad.
I like the I can't remember sarong. I can't remember what the thing is called. The thing that like goes over the bikini, but it's completely see through. I think it has like futuristic hexagons on there still. It's like, don't worry, it's still sci-fi. It's sexy sci-fi. It's a good look.
Yeah, it's probably nanotech.
Yeah, right. You could just say that, and it's like, okay, well, I better pay a lot for the skin then. If that's sarong, I don't want to be right. Chuck, I've got to demod you so I can ban you. Let's see here. How do I do that?
So much work. Just let it be.
Hey, everyone, go watch 9 Lives on Giant Bomb. Chuck
I
did a
started
great
watching
job
that.
with it. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
And then I got distracted by
By-
Kamen Rider on the TV.
Oh, yeah, that sounds like you.
It's too good, bro.
Too good.
I back.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
watching
what the hell
Kamen
do you
Rider
mean you don't like the
Akito.
Scarlet and Violet starters?
I don't think I did. Let me see. Maybe I'm just
Brigatito? Fue Coco?
Fuecoco,
seems all
baby.
Scarlet and Violet
Fuecoco
stars.
is like a fire crocodile. That's why it's
Yeah.
called Fuego. Like
That's the best lineup of
fire
starters
and
we've had in a
Spanish.
while.
I do like Sprigatito.
Sprigatito doesn't do much for me. I like the
Weed
duck,
cat.
but I just
Weed
like
cat.
ducks. Remember the final
Oh, that's
I
a
think
weed
maybe it's-
cat.
yeah, these fun. It's the final evolutions again. They look terrible.
Which one?
Meowscarada's great.
Roulette.
Well, I mean,
Oh, that was Sun and Moon.
yeah.
Sun and Moon.
This
Yeah,
is the man who
I
doesn't
liked
like
Rowlett.
Megas. We can't have this conversation.
I don't like the final evolutions of Sprigatito or the bird. I just don't like. They have long legs.
Yeah, Quackquaval is bad.
Yeah.
It's not good.
It's certainly it's over designed as well. Yes, yeah.
As a person with no legs,
Skeledirge I
feel
like. I
offended.
like Skeledirge.
They're so cute when they're babies.
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem.
And then
Just
they
keep 'em-
grow
keep 'em
up to be
babies.
assholes.
Yeah, like me. Okay, we are. I think we're good. Let's go ahead and
Where will
fade to
you be?
black,
You are a baby now. Okay.
and then I'm gonna count us in. Coming back in. 5, 4, 3. Oh wait, that's the wrong screen. But you can go ahead and start talking. There we go.
We're back. Great job. All right, Jeff. You're really on top of it. So go attack a mailman. Get me some letters, please.
Gnashing of teeth.
Yeah,
Thanks.
teeth. Good. All right. Let's see what's on the top of the list here. From Mike Minotti's Rainforest Cafe JOI. If Sony were to go and use the Lego license for another one of their franchises, oh my God, there was a Lego Horizon game. That's right.
Oh my God, Lego Horizon Realization jump scare.
Okay, if they were to use the Lego license for another one of their franchises, what do you think it would be? My bet would be they would use it for the Helldivers license. That just seems like it would be a solid entry
That'd
level
be fun.
game for kids. I think they would be we can't do that for kids. Even though I think it would be super fun. You can't. I don't think you in the same token. You probably don't do Last of Us. I mean, can they just do Ratchet and Clank Lego? I mean, that would be cool.
I
That
mean,
game has
that
all
would be
sorts
great.
of little bits.
You know what they should do is all of those semi-dormant platformers or run and gun platformers or sort of mascot games. Just make a connected shared universe in a Lego thing. That would be fun. Have
Maybe.
Sly interacting with Ratchet and stuff. I would think that'd be fun.
Maybe.
A good time.
I could see some people, and maybe I would feel this way too. Like, oh, great, Jack and Daxter's back as a Lego game.
I get it, but my hope would be a stepping stone to those coming back for real.
Maybe.
I mean, I just would.
Sackboy is back.
There's a good sort of humorous tint to the Lego games that I think could be a lot of fun having those characters interacting with one another.
Everyone's saying Lego God of War, and that's probably is what's going to happen for sure. Although, yeah, Lego Shadow of Colossus, that I would be down for.
All of those
pretty
sound
hard.
great to me. Yeah.
Yeah. Tan says, do the Mario sports games still sell enough to justify themselves? I can't justify spending $100 Canadian on them, but I also don't want them to simply go away. And Nintendo is completely satisfied with how they're made and how they sell. I can't tell. Yeah, like how much? Like I bet
Mario
I bet
Tennis
Mario.
Aces sold 4.5 million according to a quick cursory Google search, which is more than a lot of other games from, especially anything that's held down to one
Right.
system. It's
I
not
bet that
Mario
turned a
Party
pre-
numbers, but yeah.
Yeah, I bet that turned a really nice profit for a game that probably wasn't that expensive to make. And, it came out just like this. It came out very early in the Switch One life cycle, so it kind of just gets to sell for a while. So
It's the best-selling Mario Tennis game, Mario Tennis Aces. So yeah, I think that's probably what they're thinking here.
I'd be shocked if this one sells that well. I bet it's
Me
going
too.
to sell fine. I bet it outsells Metroid Prime 4. If Mario Tennis Aces has sold better than any Metroid game ever has.
Yep.
Which I hated saying that.
Yep,
So,
that
there we go.
stinks.
Screamy Matt says, "Hey Nintendogs, what sport would you like to see Camelot not only give the Mario spin-off treatment, but also a real RPG mode that hasn't been done before? Not like the baby adventure mode fever, but you could also have a plot of curing Daisy from an illness." Yeah, so as much as I want a baseball game, I don't know if that's a good fit for the kind of RPG style mode. Basketball could be, because you can do a lot of pickup games, right? Now there was that basketball game before. That was made by Square Enix, not Camelot. Although maybe weird 3DS bunch of sports games thing had a basketball mode. I don't know.
I don't remember.
But basketball mode, you could sort of do an RPG thing there. I would like to maybe see a dedicated Mario bowling game. I'd give that an RPG mode. Sure. I'll tell you what. Before the Super Bowl, we were watching just some curling.
Curling's
And
great.
that was the best sport watching I did that day. It was a very exciting match between the United States couple and I believe it was Sweden. It was an amazing match.
That Swedish lady curler is a fucking killer. She is just got that eye of the tiger. She ruled. I loved watching that.
I loved it because like the woman on Team America would spot for the guy, and there's a point where she just starts screaming, "Curl!"
Yeah.
Curl!
I love curling. God,
it's so good. Yeah,
I think that's what I would like is something like a track and field, like they travel back in time to the first Olympics or something like that, and then maybe you mix in some of the winter ones. And it's like you gotta have to like get good at a bunch of different sports and try to like win each of them. And there's like a small little subplot for each of them. Really though, I think someone said it earlier. They're probably not going to do Punch-Out again because they do according to Imran, I think they were surprised at the response to the stereotypes in the last Punch-Out. They're like, oh, people don't seem to like the stereotypes. Well, we got burned on that one. We're not going to do that again. Just make it Punch-Out with Mario characters. Donkey Kong is the real final boss in that game. Just do that instead. Make a Mario punching boxing game. That would be fantastic.
right.
Or Greco-Roman wrestling.
Mario characters, you'd probably be more like fight Donkey Kong and Bowser and Wario and probably not like now beat up Daisy.
I do not mean she's already fucking on her deathbed, looking just close to death. Just looking at her, obviously she's dying.
I know she's a Smash Bros. Character, but it's just a bit different if you're in a fucking boxing match.
Right. Just directly punching her in the face. Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah. Johnny Boy says with Kensuke Tanabe, retiring and a lot of the old guard getting to retirement age, will we see any notable differences at Nintendo? Or have they been preparing for that? Nintendo's usually actually pretty good about this kind of succession stuff. Like, right, like, the Mario 3D games are better than ever, even though, like when, Shiggy hasn't worked on those directly for a while. They put a good team in place there. Even Zelda has sort of transitioned into its kind of third steward now.
Right. Yep.
And Zelda games are great. Yep. So I'm not worried too much about that. Maybe some of the Tanabe stuff I didn't like a ton recently, right? Anyway, so that one I'm not like being like good riddance, but I'm not super broken up about it.
Yeah, same. But I do worry that there's a chance. It's like there's always the possibility that like the new guard coming in don't have the sway, the sort of political capital inside of a corporation to like make the changes they might know are necessary, and they kind of like, this is the way we've done it, so that's the way you're gonna do it, and they don't necessarily know how to navigate the like the sort of back hallways of Nintendo to be like, no, I'm gonna throw my weight around. Whereas obviously the Zelda team is like, we are going to bring up the most creative of us and put them in charge, and that feels very different. But I'm gonna choose to be hopeful.
I mean, there's situations like when Sakurai's not involved in Smash Bros. Anymore, who's gonna be the guy who's like, hey, Square Enix, you're going to give us Cloud, right? Yeah. You're going to make that happen because I'm asking.
Yes,
so
good point.
There's things like that, but generally, I'm not too worried about that sort of thing with Nintendo. Tommy Pencil says, is Bullet Bill for or against the Second Amendment?
I think
this one.
I think Bullet Bill would like. Is he just okay with you putting him into a gun and firing him? Like, I think he's like.
I think he likes that. I think that's what
he's like. My
lives
body,
for.
my choice. I don't know.
He's
he seems
smiling
happy.
every time. Yeah, he's smiling when he comes.
Yeah, but
across
I think
the
he's
screen.
making the decision to do it himself. I just like. I don't know. I don't think he. Well, he definitely likes being fired, but I think he wants to be the one behind that. So
Also, if you fire a bullet bill, that shows they die. Isn't it like it's a one thing goal? Like
yeah,
They might like that too.
they're serving their purpose though. So it's like like the like the male praying mantis that gets his head ripped off after boning.
Yeah.
Like he's like pretty happy about that.
that's the dream.
That's the dream.
Joy Z says, do you think the Switch 2 will have the longest wait for new mainline Mario and Zelda for any home console? Now, okay, in my mind, the longest one was GameCube. Let's see what he says. The longest wait for Mario was 2 years and 2 months on the NES. Oh, if you don't count the
Sure.
NES, the longest was Super Mario Galaxy on the Wii at 1 year, 1 month. Longest wait for Zelda was 4 years, 4 months on the Wii U, right? But only because they delayed it to the Switch launch. And also, like, Joy Z's not counting, like, Wind Waker HD, Twilight Princess HD. Sure.
Right.
Next, we're NES at 2 years, 7 months, and Ocarina of Time at 2 years and 5 months. If we use the dates for Galaxy and Ocarina, this will put the Switch 2 deadlines at July 2026 for Mario and January 2028 for Zelda. It seems early for Mario.
Yeah.
I think
Very early. Clearly, it's going to be after. I think very clearly it's going to be after that for Mario. Zelda's interesting.
Yeah.
Do we get
Yeah,
a new
'cause
Zelda? No, we don't get a new Zelda by next holiday.
I mean, because not only is it clearly not time for, the game for the Tears of the Kingdom team, we even got the kind of smaller spin-off Grezzo one even after Tears of the Kingdom, right?
Yep.
So even that, like, there's nothing coming from them anytime soon. So, like, yeah, I think everyone's just kind of like, yeah, it's going to be a wait, and they'll do some other things. There'll be some re-releases, some remakes,
right?
Whatever. But, like, yeah, the sequel to Tears of the Kingdom, the next big Zelda game. I wonder if that's... I feel like they always are sort of forced into announcing Zelda games earlier than they want to. I bet it's going to happen again because they're going to be like, well, we got to get people excited. We got to let people know it's coming.
At the same time, though, like, keep in mind, like I was just like pointing this out on some other show, it's been 1,000 days since Tears of the Kingdom came out, and that is by far, not maybe by far, but that is officially the longest it's ever been between a Zelda coming out and the next main big, like, real sequel Zelda game getting announced.
That's wild to me.
Isn't that crazy?
It does not feel like Tears of the Kingdom was that long ago.
It's crazy. Yes, it was just like in this past week. It was 1,000 days. So
right, because because I remember, like, and sometimes they do it real weird. I remember when they announced Skyward Sword, they basically just showed a picture of Fi.
Yep.
Like, here's kind of what the next one's gonna sort of be like.
I mean, that's kind of what, like, the Tears of the Kingdom thing was. Like, we're making a sequel to Breath of the Wild. Okay, check back in someday.
That, like, the first Breath of the Wild trailer was just like, the big takeaway from that was like, Zelda or Link looks weird, right?
Uh-huh.
Like, that was the big takeaway. They didn't do anything there about it being open world and all this other stuff. So, there'll be almost nothing useful information wise of the reveal of the next Zelda game, but we'll still poke it to death anyways. Yeah, all right. Next up, Beefhammer says, hey, boys, so I just thought of this the other day. Why am I paying for the NSO expansion pass anymore? It's gone down to, like, just getting one GameCube game a month. Some days not even that. I rarely play it because they are 20-year-old, and I played most of what I want. But I'm more wondering what happened to the free expansion passes like Splatoon 2s and Mario Kart 8 Deluxes. It's been forever since we got another one. Am I just some stupid asshole? Might just be time to downgrade. I mean... Yeah, I'm such an NSO, like, oh, I gotta be up to this, that I could bear the idea of not having access to the full NSO library. But, even then, the things I am playing the most on there usually are more like SNES, Game Boy. Is Game Boy Advance expansion pack? I can't remember now. I don't even know. I know N64 and GameCube are expansion pack.
I think Game Boy Advance is expansion pack.
Yeah.
I'll double check. Yeah, but I'm pretty
So
sure.
I'm not even sure what's what in these things. It is. Okay, thank you, Sean. It's like
Yes.
that. You losing Game Boy Advance would be rough because there's lots of stuff there. And I mostly agree with the GameCube, but now I'm in the back of my head like, I'm going to play that Fire Emblem game eventually here, so I got to have access to it at all times.
It's $50 a year. That's like significantly cheaper than anything else of that same variety. So I'm not feeling the heat too much on that one. And I like NSO when I need it. When I need it, I'm so glad it's there. And downgrading, sure, I could still play. Could I play? Is N64 is expansion pack, right?
That's expansion pack.
So yeah, no, I wanted to play Mario Tennis today to test that out, and it was just like, I'm glad I just have this here and I can go do that real quick. So for me, it's worth it, but I don't blame anyone who's just like, I've played the games I want to play. Where's the new stuff that hasn't been added to the service yet? That's not gonna like pick up pace anytime soon.
Yeah. So expansion pack is N64, GameCube, and GBA. Those Zelda Switch 2 upgrades were part of expansion pack, so that was something. Like that was nice.
Yep.
But they should do more. The problem is there's not much. Do you think there's any chance when we get new courses for Mario Kart World that it's like an expansion pack owners get those for free?
There's a chance. Yeah,
there's a chance.
I think so.
I don't know if it's a great chance.
Not a huge chance, no, but it's like, they like to have something around the time that they first introduced it, because that's when they are most likely to need people to get excited to renew their annual subscriptions. So there's always the possibility.
Low Rule says, any chance the Zelda movie trailer debuts with the Mario movie in April? I mean, it could. They've been filming that for a bit now. I imagine principal photography must be finishing up. So, if they
maybe a
planning
teaser
for that,
yep,
you could do a teaser.
Yep.
With barely shows the link, not even like getting right. You could do it. Yeah, you could do a teaser without any actual movie footage. You could just do. I remember there's a teaser for some Hunger Games movie I saw in theater one time, which it was just a close up and swirling around a logo for 30 seconds.
Right.
So
I mean, just show the characters kind of moving around with some, a little bit of special effects or just a little bit of panache or some letters on a thing suggesting like the majesty and mysticism of Hyrule, and it goes a long way. You show a fucking horse.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, you just play the song. I'd be a little surprised if there's not something, honestly. Like, come on. Why? You got all these people seeing the Mario movie. What do you think they're interested in?
Yeah, and it's like, well, one of them's from NBC Universal and the other one's from Sony. Both of them would be like, this would only help us. They would help each other.
Yeah.
It would, like, our Zelda movie would do better if that trailer's attached to the Mario movie, and the Mario movie would do better if people know they're going to see the Zelda trailer. Everyone involved would be like, let's make this happen. So, yeah, there's a possibility. I hope so. That'd be great.
And they both have to make Nintendo happy.
They will wrap filming. Okay, so yeah, they started filming in November. It's got a long shoot, apparently. Again, I just did a quick Google search. Started in November. They're planning to wrap in April. That's a long.
What the heck?
They must be like having different locations and stuff like that.
Yeah, are they making Lord of the Rings?
I know.
There?
Yeah, what the fuck? They're making three of these.
3 movies?
Yeah,
okay.
I bet it's more complicated than that. I'm certainly not an expert on what it takes to film one of these.
Slane says, with Sony producing / distributing Legend of Zelda movie, what are the chances we'll get a Legend of Zelda the movie, the game, for PlayStation? I only wonder if it looks like Street Fighter the movie, the game.
Yes.
Digitize actors, things like that.
I love that so much.
Yeah, right. I want to play that again.
Mm-hmm.
Always Be Clothing says, good evening, doggos. I've heard industry rumors that the upcoming PlayStation 6 may be a handheld console. Do you think the market would support yet another handheld when the Switch 2 seems to have the hearts and minds of gamers?
I don't think it's like the PS6 is just a handheld, but I think there's a handheld option. And it's like, that serves a couple of purposes. One thing is it sort of like anchors the spec down a little bit so that they can keep the PS5 relevant for a longer period of time. Like it would be a new handheld with a new system on a chip and all this stuff. But if they could sort of target like a best case scenario, many of the games that are on PS5 run, not all of them would, but most of them do, and they run on this handheld, that would be good. And then if developers can target that, then they can also just put their games out on the PS5 at the same time. And the PS5 can just run for 10, 15 years, because that feels like what we're set up for, because the PS6 just, there's not going to be a reason to get that for upgraded visuals. The games already look about as good as anyone can make them look for the amount of money that people are spending on making video games. So there's got to be something else that makes this next generation exciting, while also providing sort of strategic ways of keeping all of the old hardware relevant. And I think that serves that purpose.
Yeah, like on one hand, I'm like, oh, well, like the Vita, boy, that didn't do super well. Everybody just seemed to want to be on their DS or 3DS, wherever it was at the time. But it's just, like, people don't think of necessarily handheld gaming and couch gaming as very separate things anymore.
No.
It's like, if that's just like what the PlayStation 6 part of its identity, and people are still going to be like, well, I want a PlayStation 6, and this is just a bonus to me. Who knows? I'm glad I'm not making the PlayStation 6.
Yeah,
Glad that's
that's
not
gonna
my
be-
problem.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be a difficult needle to thread.
Put Street Pass on that shit. Bring
There
it
you
back.
go.
that
That'd be
would-
fun.
that would
If
rule.
they put Street Pass in like Miiverse on it.
What did Vita had like Vita Near? Was that a thing?
Nier! Oh my god, yes! It was so stupid. It had the Nier thing where you could play games and it will show you people playing the same game around you. It was like, yeah, I'm gonna dox myself. Let them play Killzone.
Yeah,
Some
I'm playing.
shit like
I'm
that.
playing a visual novel. Don't judge me.
Yeah.
The Vita was cool. Vita was so good for playing PS1 RPGs. It ruled it.
I mean, it was great for indie games, right? Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
first one. Was like, oh man, all these indie games are so good on here.
Like playing Breath of Fire 4 on a Vita. Good time.
Hell yeah.
All right. Next up is Lenny Kuldick, Denver. Hey, Mike. I may just be a stupid boomer, Minotti. And Jeff, I'm obviously very, very old Grubb. In light of the recent 2XKO news, I think we need to have a serious talk with Christian. Why does every game he likes immediately have something
Yeah,
bad
what's
happen
going
to it? Is he cursed? Yeah, fighting game people.
Yeah.
Christian and Sean. What the heck happened? I thought people were excited for this game.
Well, yeah, it's just you know what happened? I think the release was weird. They released it on PC, and then they were like, "Oh, it's kind of like an open beta now." So everybody, it's like, and then like 3 months after that, there's like now it's out. It's like one new character. I was like, "Oh, okay." So are we out?
I never knew
now?
it was out, and that definitely threw. Like, I never tried games. Like, I'll
Yes.
wait till it's on 1.0, and I never knew. Even though I talked to you guys, you probably told me. I still
Exactly.
didn't register.
We did.
Yeah, I
But,
figured. Yeah.
Yeah, Christian's right. Like the release schedule was very weird for this game because people just thought it was out, and people were because if everyone's playing it on your Twitch, of following list, you're just gonna assume, oh, game's out. Okay, do people like it? And then we have to explain, oh, well, it's a beta, so not everything's there yet. We're kind of just playing a little bit of that. That really, really hurt it. Also, game has had a lot of things going wrong for it in general. The name was never good in the first place. That was legitimately a
The
huge
name
deterrent.
It's horrible. I don't
Yeah,
understand
like-
why they have that name.
Think about any other fighting game. Like, if your friend says to you, want to play some Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat, like, your friend knows what that means. If you say, want to play some 2XKO, they're going to look at you like, what the fuck is that?
I think there'd be something in the name to kind of get a. It's like they were more concerned about getting across the fact it's a tag fighter than the fact that it's League of Legends related.
Yeah,
They
exactly. One of the
should
biggest
lean
IP
into
in the
League of
world.
Legends shit, yes.
Yeah, it's so weird. So yeah, I don't know. This game had a lot of things going against it, and I think the news is maybe even a bit more dire than when you guys were talking about on the Bombcast today, because you mentioned that's like 80 staff got laid off. That is almost half the team. When
That's a
half
lot.
the team on something gets laid off, well, you're in life support mode. So
That's
unfortunately,
wild. Although, like,
yeah.
what is the average team size for a fighting game? Because if you ask me, I would say, 80 people. I guess that can support a fighting game, but especially
It
a live
really
service
depends.
one. Yeah, it could
like
depend a lot.
200 sounds right, especially considering that they had no single player mode. Because
Right.
I'd assume that it would be closer to like 300 total. Almost all the major fighting games are made by companies where people kind of float a little bit between projects. Especially you can't like compare that to Bandai Namco where everyone floats everywhere. But
I'm
Yeah.
downloading.
Yeah.
I'm downloading the Riot launcher. We're gonna play this.
All right. Yeah.
Oh,
All
no.
right.
Oh, no.
I'll organize a tourney for.
you got to
this.
say
think
your
the-
birth
is that-
certificate to Riot for that anti-cheat.
Is that part of the
Right.
problem too? You think this game again? It's not. I know, like,
No.
obviously, Riot Games could do well without being on Steam. It's happened with Valorant, but
It's on. But it's,
being
like,
on Steam would help.
it's where people play fighting games, though. PlayStation, like it's on there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's on there.
I don't know.
Yeah, but
And,
also
yeah.
like we mentioned, kind of got farted out there.
No,
Like,
yeah, no, it
nobody
wasn't a
knows
good.
that's
It was
on
a weird
PlayStation.
launch for sure, but it just is where
Yeah.
people play fighting games. So, yeah, I don't know if being on Steam would make that much of a difference.
I could bet.
I mean, it would help, but like it didn't hurt team fight tactics, right?
Well, the thing is with fighting games are in a spot right now where they're very content creator driven, and people do play that on PC. And
Oh,
I
true.
think
Okay.
Mike is actually more onto it. Where if the game is on Steam, your favorite streamer can just point you to the Steam listing of it instead of saying, "Go download the Riot launcher, sign up for a Riot account." Oh, you don't have Secure Boot on? You got to go figure out how to do that, and then
Yeah.
maybe you can play it. Yeah,
But the-
just
It's
Yeah,
fucking
you will.
impossible to
problems.
sign into this website. It's making me click on the icon
Yep.
that breaks the pattern. This sucks.
Yeah, it's not.
12
fun.
characters, huh? 12 characters
yeah,
at
that's
launch.
that's the thing I also was going to say. For being like a tag fighter, the roster is
Well,
too small. I
12
complain
for
about
2v2 isn't as bad as 20 for 4v4.
Yeah, how are people feeling about Tokon while we're at it these days?
Very mixed. Very mixed.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think they're
I don't
feeling
know.
good about it because I have it in Fantasy Critic. So
It's Invincible. That's the one that's gonna come in and eat everybody's lunch. Maybe.
Legitimately, it might.
people like it.
It
I know
might be, it
Finelli,
might.
Finelli loved it. Finelli's in chat. He loved Invincible when he played. I think he liked, he liked it quite a bit.
Invincible Versus has the juice, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to
By
play
the
that
way-
Evo, and it was fantastic.
all the games we're talking about, there are really good fighting games. Like straight like 2SK is
Yes.
a really good, fun video game. It's just how they handle everything external to the gameplay is kind of weird, and that's the thing that sucks the most.
Yeah.
And then getting 80 people sacked because of that is just
We've
worst.
been saying for a while now, like new golden age of fighting games because there's so much choice, and then out of nowhere, everybody is fumbling everything, and we're back to
Yeah.
square one. It's so
Yeah.
weird.
Time for
every
rival
time
schools to come back.
I
Hell
think
yeah.
about Fatal Fury, and it breaks my heart because the gameplay in that game is
Yeah.
so good, but I can't
Yeah.
recommend it. It's so weird.
All right, thank you, fighting game
All
correspondents.
right, I'm downloading to XK.
You're welcome.
There we go. Well,
Let's go.
Bailey Booth says the start of this letter was shoot off by Grubb. Wondering, do you think Nintendo needs to step up with more new single player IP? New single. I mean, when's the last new single player IP? Like to me,
Splatoon?
the
Oh,
last
single
two new
player.
franchise. Yes, yeah, Splatoon and ARMS are the last things. I
is
can
it
think of.
fucking Pikmin?
I mean, Ring Fit Adventure single player.
Okay, yeah, no, that counts.
Yeah.
But-
it's not everybody
doesn't.
once you switch. It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, the other thing they're doing is that MMO, which definitely won't be single. I mean, maybe one would be nice.
Yeah.
Well, Dylan's Rolling Western.
They didn't make that. They published it though, right? So
I think there was a sticker in Smash Brothers of that.
yeah, it would be nice if they just made one new one. Sure, that's not their problem though. Like their
No.
roster IP that is dormant is more valuable than anything else. So it's like, just get some of that stuff going, and they're not even doing that.
Okay, how made Dylan's? Come on, that counts.
Okay, that counts. I'll take it.
Next up is EP Idiot Box. Games look great for the most part now, but performance seems to be a dice roll. Do you think that extending this current console cycle's lifespan instead of moving to the next gen would help devs get a better handle on the hardware and help deliver on the early performance promises that are yet to be consistently fulfilled? Do we really need a new gen when we have solid hardware in front of us? Yeah, the idea of like getting a new gen and kind of getting back once again to, I hope this is running at 60 frames per second. We're maybe starting to get over that a little bit. Maybe not. I don't know. It's always a nightmare.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hopeful. I'm eternally hopeful. I saw a video recently of someone. I didn't watch it. I'll go watch it and kind of see what it says. Where a developer, I don't know, it must be an insane person, got a 3D like shader-based renderer running on the original Game Boy. And it's like, what are you talking about? How did you do that? And it's like, could you imagine that person going back in time and showing that to Gunpei Yokoi or something like that and be like, look what your system can do? So it's like, yeah, with infinite time, people are going to be able to make these things do things no one ever thought was possible. In reality, Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to come out, and when that runs at 30 frames per second, I bet a lot of people will start saying, I might at least get a PS5 Pro, but we're so close, I might wait for a PS6. So the tenor around the conversation about people not wanting to upgrade could change fast.
Wheat Team says, why have you done this to me? I can't stop playing Sectori. I got blisters on me fingers.
Yeah, I'm still playing too. A new high score almost every time I play. I got 17 million something right behind Jacob Geller, so I'll catch up to him soon enough.
Blazing Noah says, what was your worst Valentine's Day ever?
That's
When I was a kid, my friends told my crush that I wanted to be their Valentine, and and they're like, oh yeah, she said yes, and I thought they were joking me, but on Valentine's Day she like got me a box of chocolates, and I had nothing for her, and was very embarrassed and felt terrible.
No.
So that was my like third grade. So yes, that was my worst Valentine's. I saw her at my reunion. She still brings it up.
Oh, incredible! That's good for her. Oh, that rules. That's the best part of that story. I don't know. All of mine have been perfect. No idea. No, I honestly can't remember anything exactly like along those lines. Probably just because I've been beefing it, and I didn't realize how bad I was doing. So that's probably what really happened there.
Alan Miracle says, going through some old games thanks to retro achievement hunting, and I found myself going through the N64, a console I spent a lot of time with as a kid. There's a lot I have not played that's fascinating, like Raguka Kids and Fighter's Destiny. Any other consoles you find that had more hidden gems than you thought? I'm pretty well versed in old consoles. I have been reevaluating the N64. I picked this up just the other day, Jeff. Magical Tetris Challenge, and I'm like, Capcom made a Mickey Mouse N64 game that people like, and I haven't played it. What's wrong with me? So I definitely want to fix that for myself. There's some other things on there, like I've never played Body Harvest or Space Age Silicon Valley. I'm like, oh, who knows? Maybe I'll find these games really fascinating and weird. But even Saturn, which I love, there's a lot of Saturn games I haven't quite gone around to yet. Dragon Force, the weird like pixel art, giant armies fighting each other game, stuff like that.
Yeah, it's I think the ones that are like the biggest hills are the ones with the most games and cover special little treasures. And right now that is PS1, 4,000 fucking games.
There
on
are
that
so many.
Right.
Yeah, that's the hidden gem machine because there's just so many games.
Exactly. So it's like, I am discovering Power Shovel and stuff like that. And oh man, that seems like a really good game that's up my alley. And it's been things along those lines.
Next up is Keywork. No question.
I got the shipping the notice for the Superstation. Apparently it's going to be here soon.
Whoa.
So yeah.
Where the hell's mine? Where's mine?
Yeah.
Give me mine.
Wait, shit. Did you get the one with the dock, Jeff?
I'm getting the dock as well. I don't know if I got a notice. I got the update a couple weeks ago about the dock thing, being like, you got that.
Did you respond to them at all?
I think I did. I think I did what I was supposed to do for the doc. I don't remember what that was. Though. Yeah.
Okay, because you had to reach out to them and tell them if you wanted to ship together.
I remember us having this conversation already, and I think Chef did that thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
When we had
I missed that.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right. Keywork says, no question this week, homies. Just thanks for all you do to keep us entertained. Have a good one. Thank you, Keywork.
Thanks, man.
I watched that 9 Lives thing, and you, Chuck, Jan, Will worked on. Very good, very fun. I like you accidentally sabotaging Chuck a bunch.
Yes, it was. Apparently, I sabotaged him right out of the gate by telling him to do the wrong leveling up thing, where it's like it leveled up the enemies a lot, and he was not any more powerful, so every cat just killed him.
I like that Chuck's beginning to learn, because I would have the same reaction as him if you were like, Mike, open up the command menu. I'd be like, no, Jack.
But I just want a big horse.
Michael O'Reilly says, do you think if Sakurai was a gooner, it would be called Super Smash Step Brother? No. He made Pyra and Mithra wear more clothes, I think, and he wouldn't let Mai be in the game, so he's not.
Yeah, what did he say about people who like Mai? He's like, he says Smash Brothers is not for naughty. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, this is a game for good girls or something, is what he said. Yeah.
That rules.
Eden says, what?
What?
Poke says, hi, Nintendogs, first time, long time, etc. I'm also in the turning 40 soon, late 1900s club, but I just don't seem to have the time/energy in the day to play video games for long stretches of time anymore. I'm wondering how you all manage to stream, play, podcast, etc. day in, day out without missing a beat. Coffee, spite, perfectly legal over-the-counter drugs. Cheers. I've always, playing video games always energized me. I don't get tired if I'm playing a video game. I've never have. If make it part of your job, that'll also make it easier to play more video games. But like streaming, I know some people are like, oh, after I've been streaming for a bit, I get kind of tired. I could stream for 7 hours. I have to stop myself, and usually I kind of almost want to keep going. It's just late, so I don't know. Video games have always not had that effect on me. I'm usually pretty excited and energized to get through them.
Yeah, there are games that will be like, oh, I'm getting kind of tired when I'm playing this, but for the most part, I play things that I know will energize me. At this point, it's pretty easy for me to tell what that is, and I'll stick to those.
Sectori,
certainly. Yes, I just could play that forever. But yeah, I think part of it is just like, well, make it a job, and that also has helped to a certain extent. But I don't know. Every minute of the day, I'm thinking about a video game I want to be playing instead. Like that's just maybe I've always been that way, but I feel especially that way these days. There have been times where I've been a little bit less in love with games, but in those moments, it's like usually I'm less in love with new games, and then I sort of retreat back to my old favorites, and that helps. So if that's not your way, I don't know, try reading some books for a while, and I bet you'll get bit by the game stuff again here pretty soon. Be like, you know what, I want to go find something, and you'll find something that will make you not be able to fall asleep.
I'm just refreshing my Gmail, hoping I get this Superstation.
I shouldn't have said anything.
JD Camp says, will we ever see long hair Grubb again?
Yeah, I'm working on it. This is I told her
nice fade.
Yeah, you told her leave
See him now.
Leave the top as long as possible, and clean up shave the sides. The sides grow much faster. Like that's as you get older. Everyone will learn this. Either it stops growing up here, or at the very least, it will it grows slower. So the top grows much slower. So the sides are going to pop right back out like a fucking chia pet. And hopefully the top will get longer as that happens. And I'll just keep doing that until the long hair is fully in.
All right, that's it for the mailbag. Why don't we take one more break? We'll come back, see more super chats, see if we've been playing any Nintendo stuff. Well, we've been playing tennis, which we've talked about, but we'll see. We'll wrap things up, everybody. We'll be right back. See you in a moment.
All right. On standby.
Good break,
Mm-hmm,
Mike.
Thank you. Yeah, I thought so.
Yes, that was weird.
Let me double check. I want to see. I thought I got an update about this thing. Maybe I mistook it.
I think we talk about the thing that you had to email them, and you were like, "I'm emailing them now."
I have a tracking number right here. It's in New York. It's in New York.
Ooh, nice.
Walking here.
Yes, it's walking here. That's right. And it looks like it's just the Founders Edition, not the dock included. So
okay, that makes more sense.
Right, the dock's probably coming separate.
Yeah, I told them I want the dock with the.
I think I did too. So I think that's why mine's gonna be a little bit later.
That makes sense. Okay.
We also got it in the same batch and the same type, Mike. So we'll probably get ours around the same time.
Also, that Nintendo thing where I was like, "Is this the Virtual Boy?" Still says it was expected to be delivered on February 2nd or 3rd, and still has not even. They've still not even received. They've still not even received the thing. So I bet it's the Virtual Boy, and it was just this label was created by accident or early or something like that. Okay.
That's the past, chef. We're in the future.
Yep.
All right.
Fading to black. All right, coming back up on us in 5, 4, 3.
All right, we're back. Jeff, anything else aside from Mario Tennis Fever you've been playing?
Not much. Played a little bit more Escape from Ever After, but I was mostly focused on Mario Tennis Fever, so I could get that kind of completed. And then, like when I saw credits on that thing, and then started playing some of the other modes, I'm like, I'll do a review. So kind of played a bunch more, so I could actually get a review written. I did play some original Mario Tennis. That game's still good, honestly. Mm-hmm. People are craving tennis. Just go play. If you have NSO already, just go play that instead. Maybe.
Well, but by original, you mean the Virtual Boy version will be able to play
Mario Tennis, and yes, the Virtual Boy one you'll be able to actually play in a couple of weeks. So there you go. Yeah. God, that's always so weird. It's like Wave Race, right? The original Wave Race on N64. It's like no, the Game Boy one came first. That's crazy. Weird Nintendo.
Yeah. I've just been playing Dragon Quest 7 still, and it's like I'm 30 hours in now, and it's like, I kind of feel like I'm in the late game here, which again, for that game is crazy and kind of good, because I am at a point like, I'm having fun. I'm also ready for this to wrap up. Mm-hmm. I mean, the game has been easy, and I've talked about that, but I'm in this weird spot now where just because I've done some grinding for job points more than anything, almost every enemy in the field is one of those, I hit them and they automatically die things. I am not going into very many battles. It's almost too much. I'm like, I like to go into some battles, video games. So the difficulty curve in this one, I think, is just tuned a little weirdly. Especially the HD 2D games were still pretty like, this is going to be a challenge. So it's fine to have an easier one of these. This will be a good jumping in point for people. But I'm like, I think this normal experience should be a little bit more challenging. I'm at a point now where I wonder if I'm going to have a single death in this game. By the time
interesting. I'm sure you mentioned it, but I can't remember. I'm sure it is. But Dragon Quest VII Reimagined is random battles.
No, enemies are on the open world. So that's the thing.
Okay. Interesting.
So you do the attack them to initiate. But if you're a certain level above them, then instead of going to battle, you just automatically kill them, and you get some XP and golden experience points just right there. Kind of Metaphor ReFantazio style. Remember that?
Right.
So that thing. And like I'm at a point where almost everybody I kill is like that, and I'm like, all right, well, they fight some things in a actual turn-based battle.
So every single one is secured. Okay, so yeah, that's wild. Okay, yeah, you got to the point. Is it because you are traversing areas you've been to before, or is it the game just
new areas? Because there are some moments where I do some grinding because I want to upgrade jobs. So yeah, like I'm killing a lot of things pretty quickly, and once you get to that mode where you can just kill them pretty easily, well, now it's pretty easy to grind job points. I'm just gonna do that for a bit and level up some of these jobs, and then I kind of
more.
Yeah, I'm leveled up even more. So, yeah, I don't know. I seem to do that a lot lately in these RPGs that I accidentally really overpower myself, and I feel like I'm not really trying to.
You mic'd it up.
I'm just trying to play the game, but I became a god.
You always accidentally become a god, Mike. Right. You have to stop doing that.
Except in Final Fantasy Tactics, which was even remastered, that game was still very challenging for me all the way through. Very tough.
That's a game you have to be very thoughtful about. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. I like that too.
All right, Jeff. Any more super chats then before we get it? I should have played that Prog modded demo. I haven't yet, but I want to.
Let's you know what? Let's both do it and talk about it next week. Okay. You won't be on Thursday's show, but you'll be back for Tuesday, so we can do that.
I'll be back, baby.
Okay, I'm clicking over to fan funding here on OBS, so that gives us we did the Symbiosis one, so I think we have the one from Nintendogs. That new Avatar: The Last Airbender fighting game is starting to look good. I've not looked at this at all.
I'm looking at a trailer right now, and it looks pretty good. It looks a little bit like Dragon Ball Z Fighter style with the animation looking very faithful and hand drawn. Looks good. There's almost a part of me that it's like, and I hope it's not a tag fighter. It's not. I think it's just 1v1. I'm like, okay, that's good. Like as much as I like tag fighters, we've been going to that getting a lot of lately, that. Yeah. Actually, yeah.
It is 1v1, but it's like a fast-paced anime style fighter. So maybe in the vein of like a Blaze Blue or something like that.
That's fine. I could go for one of those. So I still have never really engaged with the Avatar series very much, even though I'm sure I would probably like it. But I know these characters. There's Yang, there's Korra, Fire Guy, and the Earth Lady, who I believe is blind. So all the stars are here.
Toph.
All right, from Dean 8149L says, sad about 2XKO. It's been my primary game in my spare time. I knew there was an issue when I saw no one outside the standard fighting game community stream the game. Yeah, I mean, look, people seem to like it for the most part. It is they're not taking it offline or anything like that. The game is not
it's not
done.
Dead yet.
Yeah.
It's not dead yet.
I mean, I agree. It's not a great sign. Not a good sign.
They could turn it around.
They can.
They downsize. They could scale back up at their success. But I will say that, look, as a huge Rumbleverse fan, I know the feel of, I'm alone on this island.
Also, this is Riot. They kind of, once they release a game, they kind of never kill it because they still have like all the Runeterra and like all the other games. They're not as big as people think they are.
I don't know. I guess I just always thought like, once that comes out, that'll be kind of a big deal. Yeah. I don't know why. I just like always sort of thought that, and then I don't know. It seems like a really muted launch to it.
They're trying. Jeff mentioned this, I think, on a Bombcast. Like they are trying hard for it to be an esport, and where that's where a little bit too much money went. So I think they just need to reevaluate some stuff.
I just wonder if the whole early access thing, or not early access, the whole free-to-play thing is just not a good fit for fighting games. Even though it seems like it would be, because it's
free-to-play is fine. Free-to-play, Killer Instinct was huge on Xbox back in the day.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
It was consistently. This is something that Max has talked about on stream because he saw the numbers at one point and was helping them, and it was like always in top 10 most played Xbox Live games, sometimes in like top 5 because it was free-to-play, presumably.
They made a ton of stuff for that game because it did so well. So yeah.
Yeah, like it had a good life. I think Mike is right. Like the release schedule and early access being a weird thing for a fighting game has damaged that, like it damaged multiverses.
I want to play some Killer Instinct as well. So let's play some 2XKO and then let's play some Killer Instinct 2013.
Okay, I would like that.
I don't think, no other super chats. There we go. We're all caught up.
Fantastic then. Then we're done here. Good. I want to go play some Overwatch because good. Exciting, fun stuff over there. All right, fantastic.
Christian posted a link to that lady in the concept art.
Domina.
Domina.
Yeah, Beach Vacation Domina.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. I bet you, I mean, like that game, like when people complain about, like they will just give the hot characters more skins because they sell more. So there's gonna be a lot of Dominus skins, I predict. Right?
Is the music fucked up for you, Mike?
No, sounds very normal.
That's weird.
Sounds very normal to me.
fix it
Overwatch
close.
stream,
I
I would
might
like to. I wish we could tomorrow, but before I leave, but it's a pretty busy day because we have Blight Club, and I'm gonna have to suffer a ton. God damn it! God damn it! I gotta play more Virtuoso on the friggin' 3DO.
probably,
Maybe beat
more
the
weeks.
first campaign finally.
Oh, you haven't done that yet.
Everyone. I mean, I might stream some Overwatch tonight still. Yeah, I probably will. Like on my personal, sure. Let's talk to my friends right now.
It does sound weird for me. I'm not gonna fix it. I'm just gonna leave it alone.
I guess there's a little something happening to it. I don't know.